Trippers, Matt Crow here. This is my fit trip where I'm going from 360 pounds down to my goal weight of 200 pounds. And now here's this week's weekly weigh-in. I want to talk to you about the difference between if it fits your macros and clean eating. I just have a few quick points that I want to hit on real quick, and that's about it. I'm not going to make a very long video this week. Still dealing with some issues between my camera and my computer. Don't really know what's up there. Hopefully I can get those bugs worked out and get back to shooting on my camcorder very, very soon so I get some high-def videos back up for you guys. But IIFYM is if it fits your macros. Pretty much you eat whatever you want as long as you're within your protein, fat, and carbohydrate range. I did a video on macros, I think it's about week 10 video. You should go back and check it out. I really explain what those are. I don't think I explained counting macros to calories very much, but like I said in that video, if you're starting off losing weight, you really don't want to focus on macros. You want to focus on calories, and but you do want to track your macros. Don't get me wrong, you do want to track your macros, but you do really want to focus on just keeping a caloric deficit. Because if we're tracking your macros, it's really easy to keep that percentage balance, but you can kind of go over every now and then. So you really want to focus in on those calories a whole lot. But if you're tracking your macros, you're tracking your calories. If you're tracking your calories, you should be tracking your macros, just so you can get used to it for later in life. As you get closer to that fitness goal, you really need to adjust the macros to reach certain points and push through certain areas. But like I was saying, the clean eating versus if it fits your macros. Clean eating, I find, works better for me. If it fits your macros, I can sometimes get a little crazy and go all out, and I find myself going over my calories for the day quite often. So that's kind of my problem with it. You may not have that problem. You may be able to do if it fits your macros all day and not have any problems with it whatsoever. But it's for your personal benefit. But I also find clean eating, from just doing research online, clean eating is healthier for you. If it fits your macros, you kind of can eat the junk food. You can have the trash, the garbage, the Mountain Dews. But I find that, sticking with kind of a common sense diet, which I spoke of before, where you cut out the fast food, the pops, the boxed foods, I'm talking about, the cereals and stuff like that, and just cutting out the trash and eating, stuff that grows and stuff that was once alive, that hasn't been messed around with to any significant degree. I mean, a chicken breast should look like a chicken breast. It shouldn't come pre-breaded. Just saying. And if it's rounded in a patty, that didn't come off a chicken. I'm just saying. So that's just kind of my point on clean eating, is you don't want it messed around too much by people, because they put in chemicals, they put in all this stuff that may not necessarily react very well with your body. And if you're trying to lose weight, it's really, really, really beneficial to kind of eat the healthier foods to kind of give your body that regenerative nutrition that it needs to kind of rejuvenate itself in the process. And a lot of the processed foods, they don't have that in it. The nutrition's gone. They got re-supplemented with other nutritions in a laboratory. They don't just come with it. So I would stay away from any processed foods and just stick with clean eating. Stick with eating food that was once alive. You can tell it was once alive, and food that grew from the earth. Some process, I eat peanut butter, oatmeal, but I try to get the natural oats. I try to get the natural peanut butter. Do a little organic. I don't do a whole lot of organic, because I understand organic kind of is a marketing ploy for a majority of the products. It's not really something that's an actual standard in the industry. So that's that. That's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. I would say stick with clean eating. Don't go out and just eat a bunch of garbage. Don't try to get your macros from a box. Don't try to get your macros from a patty. Don't try to get your macros from just processed food. Just stay away from processed food. Try to stick with, and stick with the healthier, I guess, organic foods, I guess is a better way of putting it. I guess a paleo diet. I'm not for crash diets or fad diets, and I know the paleo diet has kind of become a fad diet, but I'm not a proponent of fad diets, but I am saying, the paleo diet as a eating habit is a good idea, but as far as doing it as a diet, I would not do that at all. I would just do it as you know, and I don't even like the term paleo diet. Just eat natural, clean foods that grew and that were once alive, and you can tell that they were once alive because they're not oddly shaped. They're not coming out of a box. They're, you know, sitting in a freezer case, or they're sitting in a butcher shop, you know, stuff like that. If you enjoyed this week's video, before you start any diet or exercise routine, please consult a healthcare professional. I'm Matt Crow. Keep tripping.